So if somebody's fat shaming you, just know that they have no other ammo. So you're probably a pretty chill person. Okay? Good morrow, everybody. My name is Robin, also known as SunnySideUpGal, and you are my Sunnyside Up pal. Welcome to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. Please consider giving me a subscribe, and if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video because I feel like I know you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. And if you are not new, thank you so much for returning. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you, and I appreciate you. Thank you. Today's episode is a very special one. Listen, they're all gonna be pretty special, pretty gosh darn special, but today's episode is a Copium Den episode. So we're gonna be watching some fat activists give us some reasons why it's amazing to be fat. Also, some jumbling in some random fat activist rhetoric to talk a little trash about.
She ain't none but trash.
Let's go ahead and just get started. All right, so I have a saved file called the Copium Den. I have a ton. I'm not sure if we're gonna get through all of these. I collect a bunch because I want to have extra in case the videos are a little too short. And if you're like, why does the lighting keep changing? It's because it is 4 o'clock and the sun is moving around. It may be going down sometime soon. Me no know. But it's moving around a lot, so sorry about that. But am I? Just listen, enjoy. Basically, it's people who live in obese bodies, and instead of bettering themselves, they've given us excuses as to why it's pretty awesome to be in an extra fat body. Now, I try my best to not judge people based on their body size if they are just on the internet existing. So there are a lot of obese people who just have like fashion pages. I don't care about that. I really don't. It's the people who come onto the internet and spout out like outrageous misinformation about obesity. I'm talking about the PhDs who say that obesity is perfectly healthy.
It's fine if you're fat. If you're like, oh no, it's not fine to be fat. Being fat's unhealthy. It's fine if you're unhealthy.
That obesity is a slur, that obesity, there's no comorbidities to being obese. It doesn't cause disease. Visceral fat doesn't exist, etc. Most of these people I don't believe are just existing on the internet. They're here to sell you fat acceptance, and me no like that. Me no like that. Attack. So I have a few from this gal, and I'll try to like do them in order. She is the main reason why I was like, ooh, maybe we should do a Copium Den episode.
I can't wear this. I will look too skinny.
What's it like being skinny?
Okay, so if you're just listening, her caption says, if fat girls talked like skinny girls. Disclaimer, this is very much a joke, and I truly believe all bodies and people are sexy and awesome. So it is a joke. However, I'm guaranteeing you this got a ton of shares, and most of the people sharing were probably obese.
Like, do guys still like you?
You're so pretty for a thin person.
I don't think I've ever told somebody, like, to their face, you are so pretty for a fat person. Because that would be rude, right? Like, I feel like we all know what's rude and what's not.
Actually, I don't eat salads. I'm trying to, get plump and beautiful for my wedding.
Yeah, like she's been really different after college. Like she really let herself go. Like she is like really thin now. And like, I don't know how he puts up with that.
Ladies, when you crave that salad or that kale or that broccoli, remember, being bigger is always better than salad's taste.
Obviously, she's joking and these are exaggerations, but I guarantee you people are watching this being like,
this is exactly right. If it's totally, the tables have been turned 180.
blah, 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 blah. Like,
I'm so glad people are finally normalizing skinny people being pretty. Like, some of you guys really are beautiful. It's okay that you're skinny. People will still date you if you're skinny as long as you're really funny. And you are really funny.
Again, nobody says that to people. Like, exaggeration. She's clearly a comedian and pulling these out of her bunghole.
Stop calling yourself skinny. you're at least plump or thick, okay?
I was hoping she'd be like, stop calling yourself skinny. You're beautiful, because that's what I have heard.
So glad people are finally normalizing skinny people.
All right, so I think that's all of hers. This is a gal that I am a fan of. I think that she has, well, am I a fan? No. I just think that one, she's super pretty. Two, she has great style. Three, she seems cool. Um, a couple things that I don't really like about her is that she is not that fat, but maybe I'm being judgmental in a place that I don't belong. Like, she's not super fat. Like, she's been blessed with like a really good body shape. I'll try to see if I can post some pictures and stuff like that. But I have a problem with like fat creators who act like their lives are being totally destroyed by people fat shaming them, and it's like you're not even like that fat. Like, are you making this up? I don't know. But and then also she posts a lot of sexy stuff which go off, but also ew. Like, it feeds the glorifying obesity part to me that I don't not like. So the picture says, what being fat taught me. Being fat has taught me so much more than I ever expected. Every day in this body, I'm building a life that feels full, joyful, and mine. This is your reminder your body isn't holding you back from love, style, or joy. You are allowed to live as fully as you are today. And then it's a carousel. So my body is the least interesting thing about me. People see my humor, my creativity, my kindness, my passions, my beauty. Those are the things that stick. My size is just a detail in a much bigger, more beautiful story. Joy isn't something you earn after losing weight. See how she's kind of just plus size? Like, she's not like gargantuan. I used to believe happiness, fun trips, and confidence in photos were only for the after version of me, but my body now taught me that joy doesn't wait. I deserve to live fully now, not on a delay. I agree. Stop waiting till you hit that goal weight, I guess, to enjoy life, because you're going to miss out. So enjoy life now while you can. Prevent yourself from getting to a point where you can't enjoy things like you can't get out of bed. You know what I mean? So if you are living in an obese body and you're like, I can't go to the beach, go to the beach, girl. Nobody gives a shit. We're all worried about ourselves. We're not worried about each other. Style has no size limit. When society told me to cover up, I learned to do the opposite. Crop tops, bold print, short skirts. Being fat taught me how to play with style and wear what lights me up instead of what hides me. So she has what I believe is a romantic body type. Hold on. She's like the perfect hourglass for a chunker. You can't see it in these photos. And she dresses well. Like, she dresses for her body size and she dresses for her body type. So I think she has really cool style. Weight doesn't dictate relationships or attraction. For so long, I believed being fat meant I had to settle or that I wasn't desirable. Fat taught me that attraction is so much deeper than a number on the scale. Real chemistry is built on laughter, shared passions, kindness, and confidence. And when someone is truly attracted to you, it's not despite your body. It's because of everything you are, body included. I agree. You can't help who you love. And sometimes Cupid's arrow hits you and you fall in love with a morbidly obese person. And you know what? So be it, right? That didn't happen to me, but so be it. I mean, it did. I was in love with Chris Farley.
Don't you remember you told me you loved me, baby? You said you'd be coming back this way again, baby. I love you.
Confidence is louder than numbers. When I walk into a room owning who I am, people don't notice my size first. They notice my energy. Fat taught me that confidence can shift how people see you and, more importantly, how you see yourself. I agree. First of all, I love her with pink hair. Like, this hair color matching the shirt, very cute. I agree. I think that confidence can cover up any insecurity you have on your body more than you can realize. If you walk into a room and you're a morbidly obese person, but you kind of like light up the room, which I guess can kind of be difficult. And then also a lot of people try to light up rooms and it comes out like super fucking annoying. So, fix that. Learn social cues. Yeah, confidence is key. And it is a trained ability. Not everybody can just be born confident. Sometimes you have to kind of fake it till you make it. My body is not a before picture. For so long, I thought this body was temporary, just in progress. Fat taught me that this was my real, present, worthy body. I don't need to be in a body that isn't meant to be in. So, okay, good for you. Also, again, the pink hair and the grunge outfit looks amazing. Good for you. However, I wonder how old she is, because I wonder if she's feeling fine now. But I wonder how long. I wonder if she has any like health issues that stem from being obese. Again, I don't think that she's that big. Like, she's American,
Knocking me out with those American thighs.
right? Rest, enjoyment aren't laziness. Fat taught me that rest, eating what I love, and enjoying life aren't signs of weakness or failure. They're part of being human. I don't have to punish my body to prove my worth. Okay, I agree that rest and enjoyment are absolutely necessary, but I kind of feel like America, and I'm sorry if you're not from the United States, but I feel like we are so kind of like on perma vacation. Like, we're always looking to just chill. I feel like it's a comfort crisis. We are too comfortable, and that's part of the reason why we're so obese as a country. What being fat taught me is that my body is not the most interesting, valuable, or beautiful thing about me. It taught me to stop waiting to embrace my style, to let love in without conditions, and to treat my body with respect instead of shame. Fat gave me perspective. Life isn't on hold. It's happening right now in this body, and I refuse to miss it. She's really like well spoken. Like, I like it. And I wish she would have not covered up her photos, because she has really like cool style. I'm gonna do an episode on her because I really do think that she's chill as hell, but she's got some things that are interesting to say about obesity. Okay, so this says a tiny violin for the skinny people who try to make fat people's experience about skinny shaming. Anyway, I said what I said. Skinny shaming is bad, but don't ever compare it to fat shaming or fat person's experience. Okay, so please, fat acceptance community, stop comparing your struggles to the struggles of Black people, LGBTQIA+, any person of color really, and disabled people, unless you're actually physically disabled. And at the same time, tread lightly there, because it's probably something that you did to yourself, okay? Because gaining weight at an alarming rate.
How about I just go eat some hay? I can make things out of clay and lay by the bay. I just may. What do you say?
Is shelf harm. There, I said it. So this whole like a tiny violin for skinny people who try to make fat people's experience about skinny shaming. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so this says things that are hot fat people energy. Can you see why this is called the Copium Den? Like, I feel like it's like, what can I say or do to make me feel less bad about being in this obese body, so I don't really have to change it?
Highly bangable traits in fat people. Let's go. Number 1, belly tattoos. Smash. Somebody.
I don't know. I think tattoos in general are sexy. So if a fat person had a belly tattoo versus like a thinner person with a belly tattoo, here, yeah, you know what? Actually, yes, I feel like you have to have some kind of like a belly. You have to have the right type of belly to have a belly tattoo. I don't think that belly tattoos look as good on like a 6-pack ab. Am I wrong? Do you agree? Let me know in the comments if you agree. Belly tattoos belong on actual bellies and not on 6-packs. Am I right? Even like a little belly. And yeah, I think so. Ooh, now I want a belly tattoo. I used to have my belly button pierced. That was a bad idea. Like, Robin, you're fat.
Somebody already said on this app, fat bitches in cow print. I concur.
Yeah, cow print I think is coming back as in general, and at first I thought it was like it's one of those things that people were kind of doing ironically, and then we're like, oh, okay, cool, that's like legit, which I feel like that happened with cheetah print as well. First of all, maybe cheetah print hasn't ever really gone out of style. I love cheetah print, and oh, my bad. I love cheetah print, and I remember when I started wearing it, it felt like I was doing it ironically. And then I just started seeing it pop up everywhere, and people are just like falling in love with cheetah print again. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm down. I love cheetah print. So anytime I see cheetah print that's like in my size or like something I can't really live without, I get it. Because the odd thing is that cheetah print to me, this is so weird. Cheetah print feels like a neutral to me, like a neutral color kind of. Like, it's something that any band can like pair well with a cheetah print skirt. Cheetah print jackets go well on a lot. And it just, yeah, I think because it's a nature themed, it just does okay. And it's so it's edgy. So that's one thing that you need to know if you wanted to, wear cheetah print. But yeah, no, the cow print thing, I agree. Wearing, if you're a fat person and you're wearing a cow, I don't see it as like moo moo, you're a cow. I think,
Bitch, I'm a cow.
First of all, I kind of giggle a little bit. I think cow print is a silly print to wear, but also like go off. Like I kind of like it. I think animal print coming back is okay in my book, regardless of the animal print.
Smash. Fat people with mullets, smash.
I think anybody with a mullet, hot as fuck. Mullets forever, hot as hell. Especially a stylized mullet on a man, like, hot as hell. I really wish that Michael, if you're watching, I think it would be really cool if you decided that you wanted to get a mullet, but you won't. You just want to have this long hair, like Jesus. I want a mullet on you, but I love you no matter what.
Any fat person with their shirt off and like a pot belly that's giving barbecue dad energy.
Okay, see this? That is why this is in Copium Den. That is not healthy. That's visceral fat. A barbecue dad with a huge ass belly is a dad who's been drinking alcohol for too long and eating cheeseburgers. Randy.
Can I get 15 half-eaten cheeseburgers to go? You know what I'm saying?
Wait, am I J-Rock?
Ain't there something? Randy is the fashion police. You being charged $500 for wearing them pants after Labor Day.
Smash. Fat bitches who are just like gossipy and a little scary and intimidating and mean.
No.
Smash. Fat bitches with mustaches, smash.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Are you just picking like all these like ugly traits and just being like, let's just be ugly in 2026, you guys? Well, no, this is from over 2 years ago. Might be.
Fatties with big titties that
almost impossible not to find a fatty with big titties, by the way. Almost impossible. There are some flatties out there. There are some flatty fatties out there.
give just garden princess, fairy.
I feel like she's going through something. Like, where are you getting these? Who's talking to you in your ear? Do you have a demon in you?
Energy smash.
That's the first comment says, ew.
Fatties with little titties. We have no choice to smash. We worship you. Fat people who are great at cooking, smash. Fat people doing anything strong, smash.
Like carrying themselves across the floor?
Fat butch lesbians, just the blueprint, smash. Highly bangable traits.
Okay, that was just weird to me. Oh my god, the comments are fucking wild. I'm not even gonna mention them. I'm not even gonna show them.
Is being fat.
Okay, so this is trigger warning, I'm fat and this is why. So I wonder what the trigger is. First of all, this person has a cute sweater on. Me like that type of shit, okay? Is being fat a choice? Let's listen.
Fat a choice?
Yes, you choose to put food in your body every day. And you choose not to do anything about it. And you choose to refuse to listen to doctors and friends and people telling you to lose the weight. And yes, being fat is a choice. Is losing the weight difficult? Yes, it's easier to put on weight than it is to lose the weight because our bodies are designed to hold on to fat for survival. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't do something about it because we've definitely overfed ourselves.
I overfed these men.
We've overfed these fish. And you're outgrowing your fish tank. Science exists. We are doing too much. We're doing too much. We have too much fat on our bodies.
I can't speak to everyone's experiences, but I know exactly 100% why I'm fat. I'm fat because of bad habits that I was raised with. Always finish your plate, even if you're full.
Yes, bad habit. Did that. I was actually talking to somebody on Instagram. I was like, that's actually a huge NSV for me to like not, like an NSV is a non-scale victory. So something that's a skinty girl-esque, but not just like losing pounds on the scale. And one of them that I recently have just noticed that I'm starting to do more and more often is like not finishing my plate, not cleaning my plate completely, and I don't feel as guilty about wasting food. You know what I mean? I think what also helped me with that was no matter how much me as one person finishing my plate is never going to compete with the amount of waste, food waste, that the United States throws away every single day. So much food is wasted. So much food is thrown out. Perfectly good food, then they pour shit on it so people can't steal it. Like, me finishing my plate is not going to change anybody's life. So it's okay for me to leave fucking 4 sausages on my plate, okay? So if you needed some help figuring out if you should clean your plate tonight, trust me, you're not helping anybody by doing that. You should vote. You should, try to petition to see if there's anything we can do about the food waste in America with fast food and all the food waste. Man, we walked through Costco. Every fucking paycheck we go to Costco. No, sorry, Sam's Club. And their beef, because there's a beef, not a beef shortage, but there's a beef, like, I would say crisis, but not really. It's like clearly inflation, but also our ranchers are like struggling, and a lot of the beef in the United States is actually sourced in Mexico, and a ton of the cows in Mexico had to be culled, meaning because they were infected with some kind of screw fly or whatever. So because it takes 2 to 3 years for a population of cows to like build up to be farmed for meat, meat is really expensive right now. But meat is so expensive, they haven't but they still haven't like stopped the production of meat. Like, they're still throwing all this meat onto the sale floor, but nobody can afford it. Every time we go to Sam's Club, the freezer boats are just full of perfectly good meat, but nobody is touching it because it's like $30 for a single ribeye. Now we've been trying to time it, and we actually got, so I said, I don't know if I said it in this video, for dinner tonight we're having ribeyes, and the ribeyes that we actually got them for like 50% off. But let me go back to the U-boats. So we see all this perfectly good meat on the sale floor, and I'm like, why are they even cutting this meat up? It's just gonna go bad. Like, this is all, I walk by these boats of meat, and I'm just like, this is all just like gonna go rotten because nobody's able to afford that stuff. We're all struggling with money, and like, this meat is just so expensive. But then we went back a couple weeks ago. Again, we are having ribeyes for dinner tonight because we went back, and like I said, nobody bought the fucking ribeyes. Nobody bought the steaks, so we got them on sale for like 50% off. And they're perfectly fine, and they're delicious, but it just seems like an awful waste. And I hate the food waste in America.
And then my parents noticed I was eating too fast, so I had to put my fork down in between every bite. Before I was 11 years old, I was on diet pills prescribed by my parents. I have 100% shit my pants in school because of a diet pill. One of the first times I ever met.
That's so wild that her parents would do that, when in reality, like, they're the ones, like, all they needed to do was just get a little bit of education on like nutrition and see if they can help her, maybe get her more active, and feeding her the right foods. Maybe they could have done some things like keep her active. Maybe learn a little bit more in detail about nutrition and portion sizes. I wonder what her portion sizes were like. Sad.
At my stepmom, she made me wear a cast for 2 weeks because she said it would make my stomach appear smaller. Try explaining that to your friends during PE.
A cast on her stomach?
Before I even went through puberty, I was told that I just wasn't good enough. My body wasn't good enough. So before I was even old enough to be on a diet, I was already doing Slim Fast. I was skipping meals. And you know what? It worked. And I was really skinny, but I was...
Wow, that is so strange, because every time I've ever tried to do Slim Fast, like, I would just drink the Slim Fast and then still eat and then just get fatter.
I was really hungry. Things got more complicated after I went through puberty because boys started to notice me, and I really didn't like that. After I was abused, gaining weight felt like the only thing I could do in order to stop getting that kind of attention. I've had boyfriends lock...
That's actually like super common.
...the fridge. Boyfriends who felt like they could control everything I did and ate because they thought they were helping me. It wasn't until I was in my current relationship for over 12 years that things started to improve. At first, I gained happy weight, where you were
Happy weight is like when you're in a relationship and you get fat. Like we've all been fat from relationships, but it doesn't mean that it's any healthy any healthier than just living in a regular sized body. Like just because you got it because you were happy in this relationship, you're just a little too comfortable. Again, comfort crisis in the United States, you guys.
able just to blissfully eat whatever you wanted, however much you wanted, in front of a person who you knew loved you unconditionally. I've had all different kinds of eating disorders where I didn't eat at all, where I ate too much. Later finding out that I had ADHD, and a lot of my overeating came to me dopamine seeking.
I hear that a lot. Like I hear that a lot with ADHD folks. Like they have, because my husband has ADHD. They have a like obviously it's like a dopamine receptor thingy. I'm not a scientist, okay? But that's why a lot of people with ADHD, they do well on like Adderall because it's helpful with that type of receptor. I'm not 100% sure, but I've done Adderall in the past recreationally and the dopamine was there, okay? But a lot of issues with nicotine, smoking cigarettes, addiction issues with ADHD, because you are seeking dopamine. So that's interesting.
Sometimes food was the only thing that gave me any sort of positivity in my brain. And for years, I went to toxic body positivity, where I was just gaining and gaining and gaining, but it's okay because you need to love your body. Getting to the point where I was becoming diabetic.
She's getting it. She is speaking.
My feet would blow up every time I had anything with sugar in it.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, we love a truthful person.
I started to get sleeping problems.
Following.
That's when I finally decided to start this account, Fit Body Full Belly, because I never want to go hungry. I want to be able to become stronger and not smaller, because that's the only mindset that I need to have. If I lose weight, that's fine. If I gain weight, that's fine, as long as I'm healthy. And over my last 8 months, I have lost 25 inches, but I've gained 10 pounds. I'm the strongest and healthiest I've felt
Holy shit.
ever. That's why I keep wondering, is being fat a...
Wow. Let's take a look at their page. Oh my God, I love them. Yes, them. Sorry. Okay, so they're a workout baby. We love this. Oh my God. We love them. A workout baddie. And they're eating, so that's good. And they're getting fit. Oh, we love that. You listen, you guys. If you're working out and you're eating healthy, you're good you're cool in my book, okay? You're cool in my book, because I wonder if she is eating healthy. Are they? Okay, we've got a salad jar. Good. I think that was a salad jar. Yogurt. Look at this is what real like loving yourself is. This is really like what loving yourself is. This person has changed their life. They're finding love in working out and they're eating healthy. Like I don't see a single bad carb in my opinion. I mean, there's bananas, but, you know, go off. Like, you can have your banana. You deserve it because guess what? Guess what she's doing to deserve her banana? Well, do you earn food? No, we don't earn food. We don't earn food in this book, guys. But she is working out, so have your banana. Kebabs? Bananas? I love this person. Oh, I'm so happy I found them. Very cool. A cheetah print bra? Do I need to get a bra like that? We love them. I wasn't expecting that one to be that good. Okay, so this says, as if, bish, you thought. I've been many weights in my life, and I've never used to feel good enough or happy with my body, even when I was smaller. I realize it's not my weight that defines me or makes me happy. I used to believe that if I lost weight, I'd be happier, but I was still critical of my body and insecure. The truth is, your weight doesn't define or determine your level of happiness. You determine your own happiness and self-confidence by deciding to live your life without constantly criticizing yourself. The world does enough to us, criticize us, and make us feel insecure about every aspect of our body, personality, what we have and or what we don't have. The trick to being confident is to love yourself and be the person your younger self would have admired. My younger self would have admired me, so that's cool. Ooh. Okay. So the picture, the video says, "Ugh, I hate being plus size." And then it's just her being fat, walking into a room. And she's excited. Maybe it looks like she's excited about her body. But I wonder if she has health issues. You know what, though? I hope she's getting what she wants by posting this. And by that, I mean some D. Okay, so I've posted about this person before, Bear Post. The caption says, "Fat is not a bad word, it's just an adjective. It's also not synonymous with ugly or exclusive. I am fat and beautiful, fat and sexy, fat and cool." Let's take the negativity out of the word. So I do think that she's super cute, and she was blessed with a body type that looks, that doesn't look terrible in an obese body. She has like a romantic, like perfect curve, you know. We'll probably see it here. And she also has a tattooed belly.
I'm fat, and I'm not fat but pretty, or oh honey, you're not fat, you're beautiful. I'm fat and pretty, fat and beautiful, because fat is not a bad word. It's not an exclusive word, right? It's, I can be fat and smart, fat and cool, fat and sexy, all these things, right? It doesn't negate those out. And so many times
she's just talking and she has had to like huff a lot. Do I do that and I just don't notice it because I've been talking a ton today?
You say, I'm fat, and I think people are used to things like, I feel fat, right? They're used to, oh no, honey, you're not, right? Like they want to comfort that out of you, because fat as an adjective has also been fat as oppression and fat as an insult for so long. And I understand the inclination and the want to, oh, you're not, I swear you're not fat, like you're beautiful. But we gotta let that go, because that's just keeping us down.
She's making me want to yawn. Like maybe just like take a big breath. Maybe take a big breath and just like cut that big breath out when you post it. Breathe, baby.
Down. It's saying fat people can't be beautiful. Fat people can't be sexy. They can't be smart. They can't be cool, right? But we can. We are. We are every single day. So I want to say I'm fat. I want to take the power out of that word, put it back on me, and say like, I'm fat and beautiful. I'm fat and cool. I'm fat and...
You know what is so weird? I looked back at her page. Let's look back together. I looked back at her page and I was like, first of all, she's not that big. She really isn't. She's kind of adorable, but as far as like she's teeny tiny height wise, or she gives off teeny tiny height energy, but she's really not that big. Like these are from 9 weeks ago, and this is just like, she's just a normal American person. I don't really know. I'm guessing maybe like a 16, 18, which is American average, right? I don't know. What size do you think that she is? She just doesn't seem that obese to me. Like, yes, she has fat legs and a fat belly, but I think her body shape is an ideal body shape, the hourglass shape that we're talking about, right? She gives off the energy of wanting to belong in any sort of community due to loneliness. And I'm guessing, well, listen, I feel like we all were like that, especially after the panorama. I'm guessing she found community in fat acceptance after the panorama. Everybody was lonely. She only has her boyfriend or her husband or whatever. And I'm gonna go back to when she started gaining the weight. I really do think that she's just so beautiful. Like, I really do. I really think she's absolutely beautiful. She's clearly confident. She's cute as hell. She's just fat, and she spreads fat misinformation, but I think it's a cope, you know? I think that she's doing a lot of people, honestly. It reminds me a lot of the family from the Juggalos. people are joining this community, the fat acceptance community, because they want community. They want friends. There's a lot of friends to be had if you have the same ideologies. It's easy to find friends when you all agree on the same shit. And the shit I'm talking about is being fat is okay. See, look at this. Freckles. Sparkle freckles? This bitch. Oh, she's a Scorpio. Maybe she just has a scorpion tattoo, but. So this picture, sorry for the titties. You know what's so odd? I'm just guessing, but I have a feeling that she's in the Pacific. Oh no, she's in Detroit. She's giving Pacific Northwest vibes so bad. Okay, so 5 years ago. 5 years ago, look how tiny she was. But look how perfect her body is. Like, I know maybe that's just my preference, but she does have like like she's just shaped so adorably. I can't stand it. It's almost not fair. So that was from 5 years ago. So this was posted 5 years ago, and she said 1 year ago. So 6 years ago. Oh shit, I don't want to like that because that's from 5 years ago. She's gonna know I'm spying on her. Okay, this is from, again, 5 years ago. I'm at one of the biggest sizes of my life, and holy shit, I love it. The extra weight is so cute and fitting. Preparing for a cold winter, more me to love. Okay, so coping. And I don't know how, I mean, she has the right body, right? She does have a cute body. If you don't agree that she has a cute body, tell me in the comments why. I know that she's obese, but like the shape, tell me in the comments why you disagree with me. Tell me in the comments if you agree with me. Very cute face too. But now she's even bigger. And again, I still think that she's dressing herself well. You know, as far as you can dress yourself for somebody at that size. She's dressing okay. There are sometimes some of the shorts that she wear, I'm like, baby girl, that's like up in your turtle. Aw, and they got engaged. Shit. Cute. They've been together for so long. I love that. We love to see a love story. Oh, they got married. Shit. Oh, that's their engagement photo. Do they have a married photo? Do they have a wedding picture? Oh, here they are. Okay. Cute. Oh, that's such a pretty set too. It's a cute little veil. Good for them. We love a simple little wedding. I think that people should go back to like having simple weddings like this, or just going to the Justice of the Peace and just taking photos in a dress. I really do. I think it's more intimate and less of a show. I also think I read somewhere that like 25% of people who have huge weddings like go through a divorce. 50% of marriages end in divorce, I think. It might even be bigger. I remember that was the statistic when I was younger. See, and then she just wore it. These are going to be great pictures for them to look back on one day. Very cute. Very cute.
All those things, because they're true. And being fat, it's just a description of my body. And
yeah, I think the whole reason why I even went to her page was, first of all, I wanted to look at her again. But second of all, I think that I feel like this is a lot of her page is cope. And I don't think that maybe I feel like she's just doing it for clout or community.
my body is the
And the desire of community will make people do a lot of crazy shit.
least interesting thing about me. The least interesting thing about you, you know, I want to be known for my art, the way I treat people, my thoughts, my kindness, my creativity.
Okay, you want to be known for your art and stuff, but I feel like most of your page is like your body being fat.
My work ethic, you know, so many more things than being fat or being skinny. But I'll say it loud and I'll say it proud, I'm fat. and I still have value. I think I'm still really hot. I think I'm still really pretty. And I think
she's really pretty too.
Being fat doesn't stop that. So I'm saying loud and proud today, I'm fat and worthy, fat and beautiful. Doesn't negate it. Not at all.
I guess good for her, but let's agree together as a family that being obese is unhealthy. Okay, Jessica Torres, she's really chill. I like her. I also did not notice that she was going gray, or that maybe she's always been gray and she's been covering it, but I'm kind of jealous.
Nothing makes me feel more out of touch with myself than being fat shamed. I can physically feel my soul abandon my body, and I lose empathy.
It's so strange that this gal, Jessica Torres, who's fucking cool as shit, she has great style, she travels, she is this like fat activist, could still be, and who knows she's fat, can still be harmed or like can still take fat shaming to heart. Like, it's very thin skinned
towards it. Being shamed for your appearance creates a separation between the mind and the body. You become an object that needs to be scrutinized and corrected. Your body no longer feels like yours, yet you still have to exist.
No, I feel like that's maybe your experience, but I feel like if somebody fat shamed me, I'd be like, fuck them. Right? That's just me. You know, I could care less. I couldn't care less. I could.
In it. And then you feel disassociation set in. You avoid your reflection. You wear clothes that are meant to hide you, like big baggy clothes.
I'm so the opposite. I feel like if somebody, like, honestly, like if anybody like fat shames me on the internet, which is so, you know, they don't know my story. They don't know that I've lost weight already, or that I'm still currently like fixing shit. They don't know that it does take me a lot longer to lose weight because of Hashimoto's and blah 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 blah, all this bullshit. I feel like when people do fat shame me, or if somebody judges me for my appearance, I just like take that and I put it in a little bag, and I call it my little motivation bag. So the more you bully me, the more I'll be like, I'm gonna fucking show them. But I think it's because I'm an Aries. I refuse to let that stuff get to me. I mean, it's different if somebody's like bullying me that I love. Nobody bullies me that I love. But like if I'm at like, you know, I just can't imagine anybody doing that. It's different maybe in person, but I also feel like in person I would probably laugh. Because I'm a big proponent of just, you know, if you show that it bothers you, they win. And that's that. If you show your bullies that they bother you, they win. That's what they want. If you ignore it, there's nothing they're getting out of you.
It's not for the fashion, but to protect yourself. Then you end up overeating or undereating. It's because it's really hard to care for something you hate, even when it's your body. So no, commenting about my body and weight are not helpful. I mean, in a society where everyone...
Oh, she had a Lucy and Yak. Lucy and Yak's going through some shit, baby girl. Lucy and Yak jacket that she's wearing. Lucy and Yak apparently had cut off their size 32. They stopped producing size 32, and it was because they weren't selling, which makes fucking sense.
Lucy and Yak have announced they're no longer going to stock their size 32. Good job.
I'm shocked that she's wearing their jacket.
Here's
Clearly, she's not a size 32.
so much
Maybe she is. I'm not sure what size she wears in the tops. The size 32 were jeans.
about how they look. You think no one notices when they lose or gain weight? So how helpful do you think your comment is? Thankfully, I invested years in learning to separate my worth from the number on the scale. That investment has brought me many benefits. One of them being the ability to bounce back when I feel less than because of a comment made about my appearance. I wrote about this on my Substack, All Things Fat with Jessica Torres, on how to bounce back after being fat shamed. After spending so much time with relatives during the holidays, this might be helpful for a few of us.
Oh, I've always wanted to have a checkered floor.
So if you're interested, go check it out. My Substack is All Things Fat with Jessica Torres. And bye, I'll see you.
Okay, good for you. Okay, so this is another Jessica Torres one. New here, but thanks for making this. It's super helpful. Oh no, that's not it. Okay, how to bounce back after being fat shamed.
Okay, so you've been fat shamed, now what? These are 3 things that I do when I'm trying to reconnect with myself and I'm trying to make sure that I take care of myself mentally and physically. Once I recognize that I'm not feeling comfortable in my body because of being shamed or for whatever external reason I am made to feel that I'm less than, what I do first is going to touch my body. And I don't mean just in that way. I mean like literally sit down, take inventory of yourself, touch your hands, your legs, your hair, your face, kind of make yourself sense your body all over again. Touch those parts of your body that you don't like. Is it your thighs, your butt, your breasts, your stomach, whatever it may be, touch it, caress it, be soft, be kind. Because you're gonna be kind to something that you can feel, something that's tangible, and it's your body, it's you, right? And we're trying to learn to be kinder and better. To that, I always add things that make me happy, myself laugh, I'm watching funny videos, watching a movie that I love.
I'm not really sure about the whole like touch your body thing. That's kind of weird. Like that gal who was reading tarot cards and hugging her arms because she felt bad that she had called them or had internalized fat phobia towards them.
They're just fucking arms. They're fucking arms. Squishy squish. I love it. I love it. I love you. I'm sorry I tried to hide you. I will not hide any part of this body for any reason. I will not hide any part of you for any reason.
I'm not sure if I could agree with this technique or advice. But yeah, if you're feeling down after being fat shamed, definitely, just brush it off. And then sometimes it just takes some time to like bounce back.
Reading a funny book, orgasms, whatever it is that makes me physically feel happy to exist inside my body, I'm going to do it. Second, I'm going to scan it. I'm going to go into a mirror. I'm going to look at myself naked. I'm going to look at myself with clothes. And then I'm going to style myself.
Dude, I feel like if somebody had called me fat, wouldn't you like look at yourself naked and just like tear yourself down even more? I feel like that's where I would go. But I'm also kind of mean to myself.
Wear things that I love, wear things that make me happy, wear things that when I look in a mirror in my reflection and I'm like, that girl looks really good, that girl looks really pretty, of course she deserves to feel respect and love, right?
Okay, but that's if you feel like you are pretty. But if you've been torn down so much by somebody who's fat shamed you, like I feel like you would just tear yourself down even more as a naked person. Maybe not everybody.
Because we want to be
unless Jessica is telling us to like fake it.
Able to like remind the brain that we do like ourselves. The next thing and the final thing that I do is I move my body. So it's kind of hard to not feel inside of your body when you're trying to catch your breath. So I'm walking, I'm swimming, I'm working.
Oh, okay, that's actually good advice. Like if you're feeling fat shamed, go exercise. No, like if you, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of hard to like feel bad about yourself or like to be stuck in your mind if it's using its reserves to like move your body. So that makes a lot of sense.
Out, I'm doing things physically that remind me that this is my body.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Like remind you that your body does things for you besides just be fat.
And I have control over it, because that's what happens when you're being shamed for your body. You kind of feel like you're not in control of it anymore, because now it becomes something that's not yours and something that everyone gets to criticize. But by doing that, it's hard not to feel in your body when you're trying to catch your breath, right? So you want to move it, but you also want to go out and hang out with your friends, hang out with your lovers, go hang out with family, hang out with people that make you feel good, because guess what? Life is still happening even though you're fat. Life is still happening even though you don't like the way you look. And you don't want to sit down one day and be like, wow, I cannot believe I didn't live my life. I didn't do this. I didn't go there. I didn't take this photo because I was so ashamed of my body, and now I'll never get that time back. Anyway, this is what I do that helps me, and I hope it helps you.
That's a lot of steps. Here's what my advice is to you. If somebody's fat shaming you, just tell them to fuck off. Right? And then go home and watch Clueless or something. Go home and watch a happy film. If you're feeling bad about somebody who's making fun of you, first of all, fat shaming is it's low IQ. It's low IQ. So if that's all that they can do, because clearly you know that you're fat. So if that's all that they can bring up to try to bring you down, then that just makes them look stupid. So if somebody's fat shaming you, just know that they have no other ammo. So you're probably a pretty chill person. Okay. All right, let's do one more. I thought I was going to go through all of them, but I'm actually glad that I didn't. Okay, so this is Fatal Balt. And this is one of the co-hosts from that show, Fab Fat Fatties. It's this chick right here. This chick right here. I think her name is Alyssa Theobald. Haven't covered her in a while, but this post just seemed so fitting for the Copium Den. She is very, very anti any diet, and is in ED recovery. Not sure which one. She makes it seem like it's pandasrexia, but I think it's fringe beating recorder.
My fingers like a nigga wife me.
Okay, so if you're just watching or if you're just listening, it's got 4 items on the screen. A pair of shoes that say over-exercise, a mirror that says radical self-love, a scale that says weight tracking, and then an empty plate that says cutting calories.
Got another shorty shit.
And she is spinning the bottle.
Nothing like me.
The bottle lands on weight tracking. She kicks it out of the way, and she's picking up the mirror that says radical self-love. Cringey, but also, I haven't seen anybody do that trend, so kind of cool. As a from a creator standpoint, cool, good on you. Okay, low carb, fat free, clean eating, organic, no sugar, gluten free, and it's all written in like the caps off, caps on, caps off, caps on, caps off language.
Apologies in advance for sounding harsh, but I don't give a fuck about your diet.
Okay, so then you're just fucking rude and you're not invited out with us anymore. That's what I would say. If my friend was not listen, if I had friends, if my friend was like this to me when I told them that I was keto or low carb, then we wouldn't be friends, because it's not about, me trying to be skinny. I mean, yes, but it's also about my health, my well-being. So you don't have to care about it, but we also don't have to interact. And then you wouldn't be invited out with us. So that's that, Alyssa. All right, everybody. So that is our episode of the Copium Den. What did we think? Let's discuss. Let's start a discussion in the comments. What was your least favorite part? What were some things that stood out to you? Let me know in the comments if there are any other creators that you really want me to explore. I'm looking for more content to do. I have some runners up, but I am always looking to have a little bit of a roster started. If you've made it this far, please leave me what should we emoji? Go ahead and leave me an elephant emoji in the comments to let me know you're here and listening and you appreciate me and I appreciate you. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, day, week, weekend, whenever I post this. I'm not 100% sure when it's going to be posted, but thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. Don't forget to subscribe, and I do offer memberships. It's only $2 a month. My members get exclusive extra videos every week, and they also get member first videos every week as well. Thank you and goodbye.
And here we are in heaven.